Hello friends, welcome back to the Trail and Travel channel. My name's Erica and today we are continuing our Iceland road trip. Today is day 3, so I'm going to walk you through all the major attractions and things that we saw. We dedicated day 3 to the Golden Circle, and this is a very popular area to explore when you go to Iceland. This is where most of the tourists are going to be. This is because the Þellingvellir National Park is located inside the Golden Circle. You can explore this national park for a whole day. As far as day 3, I felt like we cut it a little bit short. We started day 3 at the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and we had stayed up late that night shooting the Northern Lights. So traveling all the way down to the Golden Circle took about an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 hours. We also decided to take a scenic route, so we didn't drive the same way out there that we did on the way back. We drove around through the less popular parts of Iceland and that specific area to get to the Golden Circle. Before we actually got to the Golden Circle, we made a couple stops. We stopped right before a waterfall called the Foss to get some incredible drone footage of just the magical waterfalls that were there. This was the first time in Iceland that I was able to break out my drone and capture some incredible footage. Not every day was ideal for flying the drone, so any chance that I got, I really took advantage of it. After capturing as much beautiful drone footage as I could, we headed over to Foss. We got a glimpse of this with the drone footage, but we wanted to see it up close and personal in its full magnitude. This hike is fairly short. It was probably like a mile, maybe a mile and a half total, and you can walk all the way up to the waterfall. However, we did not. There were some people taking some wedding photos there, so we didn't want to get in the way of them. So we gave them plenty of space, but still got to enjoy the beauty of the waterfall. If you are in Iceland and in the Golden Circle area, I highly recommend checking this out. It's a really beautiful waterfall, and it's really not too far from the national park. After enjoying our little walk to the Foss, we made our way to the Þellingvellir National Park. We saw the most tourists here than we did anywhere else. We kind of expected it. It is a national park, so we did go to the visitor center, of course, and walked around the little viewing area that was directly next to the visitor center. And we also went to a little observation deck that was maybe a couple miles down the road. We did this little hike off of this observation deck where we walked through these massive basalt rocks, and it was really beautiful, like this small canyon of black rocks on either side, and it was really incredible. There was a waterfall at the end, however Brock was not feeling this hike, so we decided to cut it short and not go all the way to the waterfall. At this point, we knew we would see many more waterfalls, and we had seen a lot already. What we did see was absolutely beautiful. You could spend a whole day exploring the Þellingvellir National Park. However, we did not have the time to really get in depth here. If I go back to Iceland, no. Let me correct that. When I go back to Iceland, I'll probably spend some more time really hiking through this area and just soaking in the beauty of this national park. It would be cool to spend more time exploring the lake and the waterfalls and just that whole area. So, highly recommend spending some time checking out this place. After exploring the national park, we decided we were going to go check out the Secret Lagoon. The Secret Lagoon is a small natural hot spring right on the edge of this incredible lake. You get this amazing view. They have a sauna, they have the hot springs there, and all kinds of different amenities. They also have a bread making tour, which was really cool actually. Somehow they make bread in the volcanic vent of the hot springs or something like that. Really crazy. We did not sign up for the tour. I had no idea that that was even there. So I think it would be really cool to check out that tour if you are in the Golden Circle area. When we pulled up to this hot spring, a tour bus of people also showed up. And this hot spring wasn't as big as Sky Lagoon, so we decided that it probably was not going to be very fun to have a tour bus of people in this small lagoon with us. So we did not end up staying and using the Secret Lagoon. However, if the circumstances were different, it would have been an incredible experience. So if you get to the Secret Lagoon in time before all the crazy tour buses, I'm sure you will have an incredible experience. Slightly discouraged from the tour bus coming to the hot springs, we decided to head to this tiny little dairy farm that sells ice cream. Brock and I are huge fans of ice cream, so whenever we can get high quality ice cream, we get so excited. So we showed up to this farm and you can actually see the cows right there. They were eating, they all looked happy and healthy. We saw some baby cows. They make the ice cream there right from the dairy they get from the cows. So it was an incredible experience and I would highly recommend checking this out if you are on the Golden Circle. Yes, it's gonna be cold. Yes, you're eating cold ice cream, but it is so worth it. While we were there, we did not catch the name of the farm, and I really wish we would have. However, I did find out that they have a bed and breakfast inside this farm as well. The name of this bed and breakfast is Efstidalur, and I will link that in the description below because I know some of the Icelandic names are pretty hard to pronounce, let alone spell, let alone find on a map. So I'm going to link that below. Highly recommend. It was the best ice cream that we had while we were in Iceland, and maybe the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. After enjoying that ice cream, we were pretty hyped up again. We were feeling pretty good, stoked with the quality of ice cream that we were able to find in the country of Iceland. So from here, we headed to the geyser. So the geyser in the Golden Circle is this really well-known touristy hot pot area. It kind of reminds me of a tiny Yellowstone National Park. So they have like these hot pools that are colored. There's blues, there's oranges, and different colors like that from the sulfur and the minerals in these hot springs.
We're gonna go to the top one, then we're gonna go to the big geyser, guys. It's gonna be amazing.
And there's also a geyser. So every 4 or 5 minutes, this geyser sends water up into the air, and it's really beautiful and it's pretty consistent. So if you're hanging out in the area, you probably won't have to wait long to see this geyser. It's a really cool geothermal area to check out and experience. Again, there's gonna be a ton of tourists there, but it's a cool spot to see. After seeing the geyser, we were starting to close the loop of the Golden Circle and make our way to the hotel that night. However, we did make 2 stops before we got there. The first stop we made was to Friðheimar.
We made it.
This is the cutest little tomato farm, and it is totally famous for its tomato soup and for its Bloody Marys. So we had to go and try the tomato soup. Oh. The greenhouse all behind us. So cute. So busy. And it was absolutely incredible. I highly recommend stopping and eating at this little cute farm and trying the tomato soup. It was delicious. After downing a whole bowl of tomato soup and a breadstick, we decided to continue on to our last stop, the Carrad Crater. This is one of the areas I really wish that I could have flown my drone. However, at the entrance gate, it specifically says no drones. We spent a good 30 minutes walking around this crater, capturing it from every single angle, and just having fun playing around on the rocks and soaking up this beautiful area. Iceland is a highly volcanic area and it's very active still. That is why there are so many hot springs and craters and volcanic eruptions.
So here we have the Carrad Crater. What happened here? Volcano explosion and implosion.
After exploring the crater, we just decided to head to our hotel and relax for the day. Driving all day and getting out and hiking in different areas, it can be quite exhausting. So by like 6 or 7, we are completely worn out. We stayed at a little place just outside of Selfoss, and it was called the Greenhouse Hotel. This was the cutest little hotel, and if you are in the area, I definitely recommend checking it out. As far as size of the room, it's definitely a standard small hotel room, but it is darling. That night we ate dinner at an incredible restaurant on the side of this beautiful river. I can't remember the name, so I'm going to do some research and I'm going to link that in the description below. There were beautiful views there and delicious food. This was also a place that made some of their food from the hot spring right there. So we had this lobster bisque that was absolutely incredible. Highly recommend checking it out. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up the Golden Circle part of our Iceland road trip. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I had some really good insights into things that you could do and see while you're in the Golden Circle and in Iceland. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below which part of this video was your favorite. Was it the food? Was it the waterfall stops? What did you like the best? Remember to subscribe to my channel to see more of my Icelandic road trip videos. You don't want to miss out on these. There are so many cool and fun things I am sharing with you guys, so be sure to subscribe to the channel to see all of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!